Hi. Happy Wednesday. High Performance Happy Hour. Welcome. Midweek hump day. 2 more days left of the week, of the work week. How are you? Waiting for people to jump on. Hey, Jade. How are you? And congrats on your amazing program. So excited for you. And today on High Performance Happy Hour, I want to talk to you guys about bad habits. And this is intense because a lot of us tend to kind of bury it and not address them and just kind of shove it under the rug instead of really understanding deeper, on a much deeper level, our behaviors and why we're repetitively engaging in behaviors and habits that are not serving us, and they're actually hurting us and hurting our performance and our personal and professional growth. And breaking a bad habit cycle is all about awareness and being intentional with really going deeper with your understanding of why you're doing what you're doing. So some common bad habits is, smoking, excessive drinking, excessive drug use. What's another bad habit? Biting your fingernail. So just kind of start to think about any bad habits that you have that are really, making an impact in your life. Maybe you're someone who's chronically late, and really start to get underneath of it and figuring out, why am I repeating this pattern that is essentially, harming me and harming my growth. So what I wanted to shed some light on today are 3 key factors that you get to identify in your life that's going to help you to begin to break a bad habit, because it may have been quick for you to establish the habit, but it's going to take you even that much longer for you to break the habit. But when you are super aware of what's going on and why you're doing what you're doing, it's going to make it that much easier for you to stay committed, to stay motivated, to really make lasting changes. So 3 key factors to identify when you are wanting to break a bad habit. So get that bad habit in your head. You don't need to announce it or anything. Just really think about a habit that you have right now in your life that you really would like to transform and course correct to make it healthier for you and everyone around you. And the first key factor that you get to identify when working towards breaking the cycle is, what is the external cue or trigger that elicits the behavior? So what is, and in psychology, we call this the antecedent. So what is the trigger and the external cue that elicits the behavior to ensue? And this is a very easy practice, and you can write it down. And it really is going to create a lot of awareness. So the second key factor that you get to identify when wanting to break a bad habit is, what is the routine that is created and is happening after the external cue and the trigger occurs? What is the routine that you engage in? And get really curious, write it down and be very specific about what the routine is and the behavior that occurs after that antecedent is presented, that external cue or trigger. So you have the antecedent, and then you have the behavior or the routine that occurs. And then always, with engaging in any behavior, positive or negative, what is the inherent reward that is generated from you engaging in that behavior? What is the function of that behavior? Is it to relieve anxiety? Is it because you're looking to get some sort of stimulation because you're bored? Is it to escape or avoid something? Is it because you're looking for attention? Is it to, numb certain emotions that you're feeling? And really take the time and be completely authentic and vulnerable while you're identifying these 3 key factors. And what is the reward? What are you getting out of engaging in the behavior? So really think about it. It could just be something as simple as pleasure. I engage in eating sweets more than I should because I feel good after I eat them. It makes me feel good. I mean, there's a whole neurological component to that as well, and bad habits in general. I'm not going to get into that today. But what I really want to focus on with you guys is just first being aware and identifying those 3 key factors that really are the components that keep the bad habit and that cycle and that pattern repeating itself. And one of the things that you can do once you've identified what the trigger is, what is the routine that ensues, and then what is the inherent reward that is generated from the behavior, the next thing that you can do is create a disruption. Create a pattern interrupt. It could be something as simple as, I'll just use cigarettes for an example. It could be something as simple as removing the cigarettes from the area that they're always located, making them harder for you to get to. And you're creating this interrupt in the routine, which makes it harder for you to engage in the behavior. And when we create this interrupt, it's bringing what it's doing for us is that it's creating intentional awareness. And when we have that intentional awareness, that's what's going to create that motivation to take committed action to replace the negative behavior, the bad behavior, with a more positive behavior that's going to give you, and this is so important, and a lot of people do not speak to this, that's going to give you the same function, such as, stress release, anxiety relief, escape or avoid, but in a more positive way. And in a way that is not adversely impacting your performance in your life, personally or professionally. So if this is making sense to you, if some of the light bulbs are going off, or if I'm breaking this down for you so that you're starting to understand why it's so important for us to really understand our habits and behaviors on a deeper level, give me a heart or a like to let me know. And this is just something that I'm super passionate about. And I work with kids on this and adults, and really getting them to just find the patterns, be aware, take committed action. Because once you understand why you're doing something, you buy into it more. You're more internally motivated to start making shifts and start replacing those negative behaviors with more positive ones that are still going to give you the function that you were looking for. But you're doing it in a more healthy way. It's going to positively impact you rather than negatively impact you. So, for example, you smoke cigarettes because it's something that you like to do socially. It allows you to feel connected when you're out with your friends. That's just an example. So essentially, smoking cigarettes is a bad habit. It's not healthy for you. So what other behaviors can you engage in that are still going to give you that same function, that same reward of connection and social pleasure and being with other people? Maybe it's, engaging in a board game or trivia night, or inviting people over to your house for a dinner party. Just different activities that are going to give you the same reward that you're looking for, but in a more positive way. And just really creating that interrupt. And I don't even know if that was the best example, but I think you understand what I'm saying. And creating that interrupt that's going to really create that awareness so that you can shift into healthier behaviors. And just really think about this. Hey, Michelle, and let me know your thoughts on if this supported you with understanding your behaviors and your not so good habits on a deeper level. So just to summarize, you get to be a detective. So if you really want to break a habit, you get to be a detective and identify the 3 factors: the cue and the trigger, the routine that ensues, and then the inherent reward that happens from engaging in that behavior. So start there. It's really going to help. It's going to create a lot of clarity and awareness. And if you do this activity, just type in the comment section, let me know, and happy to further support you if you are interested. And another thing that I wanted to bring up too, just got finalized today, and this is for all of my local people. I'm also having a special coming out on Black Friday for everybody, including non-local people that can get in on the action. But this announcement is for my local people, that I am teaming up with C-Bar and C-Cycle, which is local fitness studio. And for the end of November until the end of December, you're going to be engaging in a 6-week program called Hold Strong, and it includes coaching from me. So you get the high performance coaching that includes nutrition support along with mindset support, so that you can maintain healthy behaviors during the holiday season. And the most amazing thing about this is that exercise, their classes, the studio's classes, are all included in this amazing 6-week package. So you get access to 2 classes a day, plus coaching from me, and being a part of a beautiful community during the holiday season, which will definitely keep you feeling empowered and in control and feeling your best self during the holidays. So if this is something that you're interested in, if you're local and you're listening, let me know. Type in the comment section. I'm going to share more information about it tomorrow, but happy to support you with it now. And have a great rest of your Wednesday. We will be back tomorrow. Take care. Bye.